tinfoil hat. Oh, what the fuck are you guys even talking about?
Global controls will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them.
Welcome to Tinfoil Hat. We go deep, homeboy. Eric, open your mind. Drink from the fountain of knowledge. There's lizard people everywhere. That's some interdimensional shit. Wake up, Aaron.
This is only the beginning.
Dude, you just blew my mind.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
Good morning, Swarm. Oh, man, that was not good. Hey, welcome to Tinfoil Hat. You know I am. You know I'm here to do. I'm here to
rock.
Join me as always, man, to love him. To know him is to love him. The man, the myth, the legend. Xavier Guerrero.
What's up?
How's We Don't Smoke the same?
It's rocking. We have some guy named Commitment Soldier.
Oh,
It's going to be
shit.
a good one.
He's a soldier.
Commitment soldier?
Yep. He's been off of drugs, off of tweak and scontini.
Oh, I thought it's like he never cheats on his girl, you know?
I think he's committed to that too.
I respect that, dude.
Yeah, it'd be a good episode.
Over there on the ones and twos, legendary. Ooh. I mean, just internet famous now. Johnny Woodard, how are you, Johnny?
I'm good, man. I'm good. New Broken Sam just dropped.
Yeah, 3 hours?
Yeah, it was almost 3 hours.
Why did you cut any out or break
I
it
did
in
cut,
half?
dude. I cut like 20 minutes out of it.
What are you, Quentin Tarantino? Want to put out 3 hours?
And we didn't want to do a long one either because Howie had to get up and like work in the morning, and we're sitting there at 1 a.m. Howie's about to fall asleep.
He wasn't the same after that. He didn't want to come over for the fights.
Poor guy. Poor fucking guy.
Guys, check out Broken Sim, a new one. I think it was funny. I mean, people tend to rejoice when it drops. And if you like it, leave us a 5-star review. Leave all the shows a 5-star review.
Do it.
You know, a lot of great shows coming up. The end of the year is coming. I am going to be, I don't think I have anything to the end of the year, everybody. To the end of the year. Tonight I think I'm in the improv with Shab and whoever else is there. But after that, end of the year, nothing going on. Following year, bam, dude, bam. Following year, man, it is on like Szechuan, dog. I have a lot of gigs coming out. Okay, December 13th, January 13th, I am in San Luis Obispo with my good friend, Zane Helberg. And then I am in Buffalo, at Helium's with Howie Dewey. And then we end January with a bang bang, and that is January 28th. We are doing a live Tinfoil Hat comedy night and Swarm Tank at Harvell's. Tickets are up. Grab them, and they are moving for those shows. So grab your tickets now. I hope to see everybody there. And then the following night on the 29th, we are back in Bakersfield, back at the Well. And again, grab those tickets at samtripoli.com. I got a lot of free shows for you. And if you want, keep going down. I got a lot of free shows for you. Those are all my free shows right there across the board. That's free audio for you to listen to anytime. Tinfoil Hat, Broken Sim, Cash Daddies, Punch Drunk, Zero, Conspiracy Social Club, and the Union of the Unwanted, available for your listening pleasure for free. Now, if you love that and you're like, Sam, you give me so much, thank you so much, and you really want to support me, this is what you do. You can go and listen to all my premium content on Rockfin, okay? You also have Broken Simulation right there. That's available on Rockfin. You have Conspiracy Social Club with Brian Cowan, which is one of the best shows out there. I mean, dude, this guy's taking L's in real time. Tinfoil Hat Premium. You have only conspiracies plus my AMAs, my Tuesdays. Woo! Days. Those are available. Zero is on fire, man. Okay. Tinfoil Hat is for learning what's going on in the world. Zero is for learning how to deal with it. Okay. Then you also have the Union of the Unwanteds on there. So I put tons of content on there. It's all for $10. It's that simple. All for $10. What else do we got? Is there anything else I missed on there? And then let's go back to our good friends, We Don't Smoke the Same, available on there as well.
Rockfin's available there on YouTube. It's a podcast as well, so if you can't catch it on your video, just fucking download it on Apple. And then we do got some new t-shirts.
Just go to samtripoli.com, scroll down, you'll see tinfoilhattshirts.com. Click that. Now we have Psyops versus everyone. Love that shirt. And we have a bunch of new shirts. Some people have sent me some shirts. I got to get them out. Some of them are really great, and some of them were good. They just don't fit what I'm doing. Once I have some time up, I'm going to email everybody who emailed me and say thank you very much. But anti-vax vaccine club is moving. You name them, they're all there. They're great for you. Jack My Louche? You know, that's available. Disobey shirts, all of it available for you at tinfoilhattshirts.com. What else? Oh, my GoFundMe is going up.
Oh, shit. Have you decided what the
Should I
tiers
do
are?
GoFundMe or Kickstarter? Johnny, what do you think's best?
I don't know. I'd have to read about that. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're. I mean,
Have you decided on the tiers? Because everyone was excited.
Yeah, I'm going to work on the tiers right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get it going. Get it going. You want to see your face in my animation? We'll make it happen, okay? Anything else, guys? No, man. This is a really great podcast. This is, dude, if you're Gematria, this is going to get your dick hard, okay? Because we go deep, like real deep, okay? It's math, deep math, and it's a fun, crazy show that basically just learned a lot about when the world ends and that we live in a simulation. Gerrick King comes and drops a hammer of the gods. This is a banger. Enjoy the episode.
We go deep, homeboy. Eric, open your mic. Drink from the
All right, let's get into it, man. As always, super excited about this show. Our guest, last time we seen him, returning champion, he was on here and he was playing all of our favorite songs backwards and basically telling us that everybody is demonic weirdos trying to do weird shit. But this show's all about weird shit, so I'm very excited to have him back. Please welcome returning champion Gerrick King. How are you, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Garrick, I am great. Thank you so much. It's been a while. What have you been up to since we last saw you?
Just making it through COVID and everything else.
Garrick, I love you very much. I love everything about you, from the fact that your beard matches your microphone, which matches the back of your wall. So that is the most coordinated I've ever seen ever in time. And you know what? That lets me know you are very detail-oriented, attention to detail, and I appreciate you for that.
I always thought it looked like some geriatric bush sticking up.
You know, no, you look great, bro. It's just like, you know, I'm in the same way. I'm at that place where it's just like, I'm not going to color my beard. Just going to let it go gray and enjoy it. And it is what it is. And I'm blessed. And are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have any of that stuff? I don't, if you don't want to get into that, that's fine. But, you know, for me, man, it's like I have kids now. So I'm kind of like stick a fork in me. I'm done. And I love it. I just love it. I love, you know, there's always this fear of getting older. And it's like, for me, it's like, it's the best thing ever. I just love no pressure to do anything.
Well, I am married and I am gay. So I do have a husband.
Oh, awesome.
But no kids, except for 3 dogs. That's our kids.
I respect the fuck out of that, dog. I respect the fuck. I have a one little tiny dog. He's a pug. What kind of dogs you got?
We have 3 pugs.
Oh my God, dude. How do you deal with 3 of those maniacs, bro?
It's insane, especially at night trying to sleep because they snore like pigs. I mean, but I'm so used to it now. It's no big deal.
I love it. I love Roger. Well, you know, so for those who may not be familiar with your last appearance, which was absolutely amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about you and what you do?
Well, my name's Gerrick King, and in my normal everyday life, I'm a marketing assistant for the company that I work for. And outside of that, I dabble in spirit photography and reverse speech. And now taking this course of what I'm going to show you today. And it's, I don't even know what to call this information, but it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I don't know what else to say beyond that.
Well, I love that. How do you, you're like Blade. You go in and out from both worlds, right? You have this, what I'm assuming is more of a corporate gig. And then you're into this kind of esoteric stuff on the side. How does that blend? Is it hard? Is it hard to be in everyday stuff and then have to go and find all this interesting stuff in the shadows?
It's all intertwined, basically. I mean, I've had paranormal experiences since the age of 3 or 4. So all of this stuff, it's nothing new to me. It's exciting, but when something interesting happens, I'm just like, well, there's another one to put in my book of odd experiences.
Well, that's awesome. So last time you came on, you played music, some songs backwards. We heard some incredible speech, and it's just it just adds layers to this realm that we live in and how interesting it is. And like, there's just people that want to believe all this stuff is random. It makes me laugh. That's your own journey. That's what you want. If it's easier that way to be that, it's like nothing against atheists. I find that atheists tend to have a secret that they really don't want anyone to know about. And that's why they try to keep everything on the DL. And they don't want to think that there's something bigger going on. That's just my humble opinion. But, now we're getting into this. Now, something that you are calling the 1111 Matrix Code. Did I say, how are you saying those numbers? Is it 1111? Is it, how are you calling it?
Yeah, it's the 1111 Matrix Code is what I'm calling it.
Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, should I start from the very beginning of how all of this actually started?
Yes.
Okay. So it actually didn't start with the number 1111 at all. It started with the number 333. And this was in 2009 in January. I started waking up at 3:33 in the morning. Now, the first night that it happened, I obviously didn't think anything about it. That I just woke up, looked at the clock. That was the time. And, I rolled over and went back to bed. The next night, it happened again. And then the third night. And by the third night, I was really starting to think, okay, something's going on here. Like, why am I waking up at this time every single night? And it went on to the fourth night, the fifth night, the sixth night. It was every single night from January to November. And this is, no joke. It wouldn't matter if I was at home. At this particular time, I had roommates. And I asked them, I was like, are you getting up in the middle of the night? Are you getting text messages? Like, is something going on at this time that is waking me up? And, they said they weren't getting up. They weren't getting text messages or anything. And I started thinking like maybe I had a watch, in a drawer somewhere. And for whatever reason, the alarm was set for that time and it was going off. So I actually set my alarm one night for 3:15 so I could wake up and then just be awake when 3:33 rolled around, just to see if, I could hear something, if something was going on in the house that, was causing me to wake up. So get up 3:15, I'm sitting there patiently with 3:33 rolls around and the house is dead silent. There was no sound. So, like I said, this went on from January to November.
Hold on 1 second.
To visit my mom.
Johnny, is it us? Is it ours? I don't think so, because I checked our connection before. What's that? We're just checking our internet speed real quick. Because we've had a couple issues. Hey guys, I want to tell you about our friends at Trade. That's right. drinktrade.com/tinfoil hat is where you can get the best coffee out there, dude. You guys love coffee?
Stoked, love it.
I go to bed thinking about drinking coffee in the morning. I drink coffee before I go to bed. I can't do Trade coffee because it's fucking kicks ass and I'll be up for 3 days because it's the best coffee out there. I love coffee. You love coffee. I don't even know what I would do without my coffee. But Trade coffee guarantees you'll love your first match. Trade's goal, very simple, okay, is to make every cup of coffee your best ever, okay? The journey to your perfect cup starts with taking their quiz, okay? Yeah, you could use a fresh press, automatic drip, cold brew person? No problem. Your answers will allow Trade to pair you with the perfect coffee to fit your taste, man. It's just that simple. Trade will match you to coffees you'll love with 400 plus craft coffees. Come on, craft coffees. I'm all about that, dude. And it will send you the freshly roasted bag as often as you like. It's just that simple. So here's what they're doing dude, listen to me. Trade coffee. Bang. Bang. Look at me. I'm alive. I'm alive and ready to rock. I'm ready to fight lizard people. Dude, every day I go get Krav Maga, guess what I do? Bang, trade coffee. And guess what I do? Trade blows and fight lizard people. That's what I do.
Hey guys, it's Johnny. For Tinfoil Hat listeners, Trade right now is offering your first bag free and $5 off your bundle at checkout. To get yours, go to drinktrade.com/tinfoil and use the promo code tinfoil. One word. Take the quiz to start your journey to the perfect cup. That's drinktrade.com/tinfoil, promo code tinfoil for your first bag free and $5 off your bundle. And this holiday season, give the coffee lover in your life the gift of better coffee too, with their own personalized gift coffee subscription from Trade. Enjoy.
All right, so we had a little glitch in the Matrix, as always with this show. The powers that be are trying to stop us from rocking. But guess what? The power of rock is too powerful. So where we were, you were Gerrick King. We're here again with Gerrick King. And you were waking up at 3:33 in the morning for like months on end. So if you want to pick it up there.
Yeah. So waking up at 3:33, again, every morning from January until November. And I know it was November because it was around the anniversary of my dad's passing. And I actually had a dream that my father came to visit me. And what was odd is in my dream, he was coming out of the closet. And I just remember in my dream, like looking at him and saying, "What are you doing here?" And before he could answer, I woke up. And when I woke up, it was like 7:15 in the morning. So I had actually slept through the entire night and didn't wake up at 3:33 ever again after that. Now, fast forward to 2014, and this is very important because this actually happened right after my husband and I got married. I legally changed my last name to his last name. And this is very important because this will come up later. So I went from being Garrick Staggs to Gerrick King. And there was one night that my husband went to bed early. I stayed up doing some writing. And around 10:30 or so, I decided it was time to go to bed. So I went upstairs and crawled into bed. I grabbed my Kindle, did a little bit of reading. And as I started to get tired, I took and set it on the nightstand next to the bed. I closed my eyes and I was still awake. I mean, I could hear the dog snoring. I could hear my husband breathing. I could hear the fan blowing. I was aware of everything going on inside the room. And it's hard to explain, but it was as if someone had taken a giant spotlight and stuck it right in front of my face and turned it on. Because I was just, with my eyes closed, I was suddenly seeing this brilliant, bright, white light. But it didn't hurt my eyes, even though my eyes were shut, but it was just so bright. And the odd thing is, instead of just opening my eyes to see what was causing it, I literally laid there trying to rationalize where this light was coming from. So my first thought was that someone had pulled in downstairs and that their lights were shining through, the bedroom window. But as I just said, it was downstairs. So that would have been impossible for someone's, to pull in and their lights be shining through our bedroom window. So my mind then goes to the thought that, holy shit, someone has broken in and they're shining a flashlight in my face. But then I started thinking, well, why aren't the dogs reacting? So at that moment, that's when I opened my eyes. And if you can picture this, imagine like your eyes are closed and there's just this brilliant, bright white light in front of your face. You open your eyes and the room is pitch black. It was just bizarre. I mean, it was so bizarre. But when I looked over at the clock, it was 11:11. Again, I didn't think anything about it. So the next day at work, I was telling a coworker about the bright, white light, and she had made the comment that it sounded to her like someone was trying to come visit me. And I just, jokingly said, well, if they were, they need to come during normal business hours, not at night when I'm trying to sleep. So we talked for a little bit, but I went back to my cubicle and started working. A few hours passed. I started getting hungry. I thought maybe, it's close to lunchtime. So I look up at the time in the upper right-hand corner of my computer, and it was 11:11. And I thought to myself very briefly, I hope this shit's not starting again. And well, lo and behold, it started in the worst way imaginable. I started seeing this number everywhere. It was popping up everywhere. I literally at one point thought I was being plagued by this number. I mean, I would look at the clock. It would be 11:11. I would look at vehicles on the highway. There would be an 11:11 on it. And sometimes it would be like this whole string of numbers, but then right in the middle of those numbers was 11:11. And I know that people can say that, you can train yourself to look at the clock at a certain time, subconsciously do it. But you can't subconsciously train yourself to see numbers on vehicles on highways.
For sure.
I'm sorry?
For sure.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
Totally.
mean, you just can't do it. And I even got an email one time from Old Navy. It came in the summertime. I had not shopped at Old Navy in years. And I opened this email up and it said it's 11:11, but there was no indication as to why they were saying that, because it was not November. It did not come at 11:11, on the clock. And I was like, what the hell? So I took a screenshot of it on my phone, sent it to a coworker and said, check this out. She got the text and she was like, whoa, Well, I didn't realize I had sent it to her at 11:11 that night. And I was like, when I realized that, I took another screenshot, sent that to her. And I was like, look at the time I sent it to you. And then of all things, my phone was showing that screenshot that I took was the 11 of 11 attachments that I had sent her over a period of time.
Oh my God.
And at that point, she goes, I think you need to see an exorcist. And I said, well, I don't think this is evil. I don't know why this number keeps popping up. So, like I said, it was so severe. I just kept seeing it so much over and over and over that I just felt like there had to be a reason why this number's showing up to me. So I started looking to see if I had any connections to the number 11 or 11:11. And well, lo and behold, I started finding the most outrageous connections ever. So keep in mind, my name was Garrick Staggs before I changed it to Gerrick King. Gerrick King is exactly 11 letters. My first name ends in K. My last name begins with K. K is the 11th letter of the alphabet.
Oh my God.
So those two Ks next to one another in my name is technically 11:11.
Oh my God.
I was born September 2nd. 9 and 2 is 11. What else? Let me actually, is it okay to go ahead and share my screen?
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I just want to tell you a story that I have that kind of fits your bright light story. So yeah. I was at the world famous Comedy Store. I don't know if I told the story. I've told it on a million podcasts. I don't know if I told it on this one, which would be really weird. But I was at the world famous Comedy Store, and there was this was before it before it was during its heyday that would just passed. And I was trying to promote a show called The Naughty Show, and I went into the lobby of the main room, and it was pitch black. So it was lit. It was lit the first time. I realized I needed tape to put up my flyer. So I ran down the street to the CVS or the Rite Aid that's down the street. I grabbed it. I came back. Maybe I'd say 10 minutes at the most passed. 10 minutes at the most. I come back. The people that were Jeff Ross and all of his writers were writing their roast jokes in the main room. The room is dead. It's just them. I come back. They're there still. I go to the lobby. Now the lobby is pitch black. It's just pitch black, except for one white light, like the brightest white light I'd ever seen. And I couldn't figure out where that white light came from. So I was kind of doing like you did, like, where's this white light? There's no lights on. The only source of light is down the way, down the hall, stairs, down a path to the main room lobby windows, which are glass. But for that light to get there, it would literally have to go bing, 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 bing off all the pictures and then somehow hit this wall with a bright white light. And I go, it's impossible. That's it.
Yeah.
And so as I'm staring at this white light, suddenly, hand to God, this dark image just passed right in front of it. And I was like, and I just ran off as quickly as possible, dude. So that was my second time I saw some paranormal stuff happen at the Comedy Store with me. But yeah, so back to 33. So I just want to tell you that I've had like a weird experience like that with like bright white light.
Yeah, it's weird. I've actually heard other people talking about, lying in bed and suddenly seeing this bright white light.
Guys, I want to tell you about our friends at True Niagen. Okay, listen, some days, it's a real struggle, for sure. The good news, though, it's a lot less of those days ever since I found True Niagen. I love it. True Niagen helps fuel cell energy engines. And trust me, my engine needs some fueling, okay? Maintains cellular metabolism and even supports heart health. In a combination with healthy lifestyle with 13 published human clinical studies and backed by Nobel Prize winners. Dude, there's a bunch of Nobel Prize winners just shredding it out right there, right? Just getting, why can't I, imagine if I had a Nobel Peace Prize and I was shredded. I get all the ladies, okay?
All of them.
All of them. True Niagen is a supplement that's clinically proven to boost NAD levels, okay? The essentially coenzym, COENZYME, how do you say that?
Coenzyme?
Coenzyme, okay, coenzyme, I like that. Required for cellular energy repair. Since taking True Niagen, I have more resilience and it helps my muscle recovery, okay? I have more zest for life and more vitality. You want to add more vitality to your life? With True Niagen, okay? Right now, new customers can save 10% on their first purchase by going to TrueNiagen.com/tinfoil. Use the code tinfoil. That's TruNiagen.com/tinfoil, code tinfoil to save 10% on your first purchase. That's TrueNiagen.com/tinfoil, code tinfoil. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease.
But back to the connections with the 11 and 1111. So also, so I said, I was born September 2nd, which is 9 and 2 is 11. But also September 2nd is the 245th day of the year.
Oh my God.
And 2 + 4 + 5 is 11.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So other connections, my father was born April 7th, 4 and 7 is 11. He died in November. That's the 11th month. His father also died in November, the 11th month. So all these connections to the number 11.
That's crazy.
Now, the address that we lived at the time that this started happening, and I'm showing these addresses. I don't mind because I don't live at these addresses anymore. So, but the first address was 3260 and 3 + 2 + 6 is 11. But all of the numbers in the address, when you total them up, equals 38. And 3 and 8 is 11.
Oh my God.
From that address, we moved to 8111 South 77th East Avenue. Just the first portion of the address, 8111. That's 11.
Oh my God.
All of the numbers in the address total 47, and 4 and 7 is 11.
Is the one you live at now? I mean, obviously you're not going to tell us, but does it come out to 11 to this day?
It does not. But get this: when we came to look at this house, the very first time we came to look at it, we drove by, just looking at it from the outside. I drove to the end of the street, pulled into a parking lot, backed out. As I was backing out, I was looking in my side mirror, and I could see the house number painted on the house behind me, and that house number was 1111.
Oh my God.
So it's almost as if I knew this house is the house that we would be moving into, and sure enough, it was. So as you can see, I mean, it's just all of these connections and just like, I mean, just bizarre times. I ordered a couple of books off of Amazon one time. The shipping, I've never heard of shipping being $11.11. I mean, usually at $11.99, $5.99, $9.99, something like that.
I've never heard of a 1111.
Yeah. Who ever heard of 11 cents?
That's so crazy.
So back in June of this year, I had this day where I was just seeing 1111 like 4 or 5 times in one day. And it got me thinking about these numbers. And I started wondering, is there any connection between 333 and 1111? This thought, I call it a thought because it wasn't a voice. I didn't hear a voice in my head, but these thoughts started coming to me. And I'm not a mathematician, so for me to have these types of thoughts just doesn't make any sense. But the thought was to take 1111 and multiply it by 333. And I already had the number up there, but when you do that, so we'll take 1111 times 333, you get the number 369963.
Oh my God.
Now, this number stood out to me because, first of all, it's a palindrome. It's the same forwards and backwards.
Oh.
Also, Nikola Tesla is quoted as saying, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. So I thought, okay.
That's crazy.
I get that, but
that's nuts. That's nuts.
But that doesn't explain anything to me. Like, why? I mean, what's the whole point of this? So after having that, or like saying that in my head, like, what's the point? I got another thought that popped into my head. And that thought was add 1111 back to this number, back to 369963. So I did, and the number that you get is 371074.
Damn, dude.
So this is going to get crazy. I swear to God.
It's already crazy. It's going to get crazier.
Oh, it's going to get way. It's going to get to a point where people who are right now saying, it's just a coincidence, at the very end of this are going to say, this is impossible. It's too coincidental to be a coincidence.
Do you see how that's 1111, Xavier?
Yeah.
You see it already?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that thought, and then I got this new number, and my thought was, okay, but this number doesn't tell me anything.
Oh, did we say out loud what it is so that people just listening know? When you took 369963 and you added 1111 to it, it comes out to 371074, which is basically 1111.
That's correct. So, I asked that question basically just in my head. What am I supposed to do with this number? Essentially, 2 days went by before another thought appeared in my head. And this thought was, now take 369963, add it to this number and to every new number that you get. So watch this. Keep in mind, it starts 37. See how we have 37 at the beginning, 10 in the middle, and 74.
Yeah.
Watch this. So I'm just adding 369963. Suddenly we have 741037. It's the same number, but the numbers are switched.
That's crazy.
So, and then the thought was, add 369963 to every new number. So I continued. Watch what happens.
Wow. Johnny,
I have taken
you're a
these
nerd dork.
numbers.
You should love numbers. This is insane.
Well, if you love numbers, you're going to love this. I have taken this equation, like this whole process, all the way up to 100 billion. Okay, here's my spreadsheet. So getting these new numbers, I started questioning, but what does this mean? This isn't telling me anything. What am I supposed to do with this? So I started playing around with these numbers. I started reducing them down by simply just taking 3 plus 7 plus 1 plus 0 plus 7 plus 4. You get the number 22, which further reduces to 4. All of them reduced to 4.
Oh my God.
So suddenly it clicked in my head that 4 was the key. So let's go back to the first number, 371074. 4 is the key. Look at just the last 4 numbers, 1074. When you take 1074 and you add 37, whoops. If I could type 1074 plus 37, you get 1111. Same thing will happen here with 1037. And then you add 74 to it. That's the second number for those who are listening. The second number was 741037. So taking the last 4 digits, 1037, you add 74 to it, you're back to 1111. This third number, which starts with 1111 and then goes 000. So you would take the last 4, which is 1000, add 111 to it, you're back to 1111. This fourth number, which is 1480963, well, 0 at the beginning of a number, because it's the last 4 digits, will have no value. So it won't calculate. So you just simply take 963 and add 148. And you have 1111. All of these numbers, all the way up to 100 billion, will do this. Come back to 1111.
What does it all mean?
Hang on. We're going to start introducing gematria here in just a moment.
Snaps. Shit. Johnny, you a gematria guy? Does it make you make you nervous?
I'm not a math guy. I'm not good at math, so I can't go there.
So looking at these numbers, I started playing around with them just to see what would happen. Like, if I just started doing weird, simple equations. And again, I'm not a mathematician, and these thoughts were just kind of guiding me on doing this. So let me move this out of the way. So the first number, 371074, I just wanted to see what would happen if I added 741037, the second number to it.
Oh, come on, man.
When you do, you get the number 112111.
Oh my God.
If you follow the key of taking the last 4 digits and adding the remaining, this number will turn into 2222. And then if you take that number and you add it to the third number, which was 1111,000, then you'll get the number 222311. Again, using the key of taking the last 4. So you'll add 222 to 3111, and you get 3333. It starts following this pattern. But there's another pattern taking place here. If you look right here at the very beginning, the last number, we have 4 and 7. In June of this year, when this started coming to me, I was 47 years old. I didn't turn 48 until September 2nd.
You look great, bro.
Thanks. So if you notice, it goes 470, and then the sequence starts 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, 0, and then it starts over 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, 0. Over and over and over. This will go all the way up, like I said, to 100 billion and beyond. It will continue repeating those numbers.
Man, what the hell?
There's another sequence taking place. The first number is 37. The second one is 74. So let me show you. So 37, the numbers are going up and down by the number 37. So just looking at the first numbers, not the last 4, but just the remaining numbers. So 37 plus 37 is 74. Plus 37 is 111. Plus 37 is 148, and so on. The last 4 digits. So we have 1074 minus 1037. Is 37. 1037 minus 37 will obviously be 1000. 1000 minus 37 will be 963, and so on. They're going up and down by 37. So it's showing me repeating patterns. There's a cycle taking place.
That is that's incredible, right? I mean, like, Gematria's crazy stuff. I mean, like, crazy good. Like, it's like so interesting. It makes me think more and more about simulation more than ever, dude. More than ever.
Oh, just you haven't seen anything yet. So this is just going to blow your mind, I think. So looking at these numbers over here, where I was showing you that I was adding, the resulting numbers and getting these new numbers, and they were coming out to 22, 33, 33, 44, 44, and so on. This also follows a pattern. So it starts with 11, 11, goes to 22, 22, 33, 33, and so on. When it gets to 99, 99, it'll start over with 11, 11. But there's a 0 at the end. So again, using the key of taking the last 4 and adding the remaining, you're back to 11, 11. The number after that is 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. Again, using the key of the last 4 and adding the 1 to the end, you're back to 2, 2, 2, 2. And then 33, 33, 44, 44, and so on. It just repeats over and over and over. So looking at these numbers here, starting with 11, 11, it reduces to 4. 22, 22 reduces to 8 because 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. And then 3, 3, 3, 3, 4 3s would be 12.
Yeah.
4 4s is 16, and so on. When you reduce those down, well, 4 can't reduce anymore. 8 cannot reduce anymore. 12 becomes 3 because 1 and 2 is 3. 16 becomes 7 because 1 and 6 is 7, and so on. I took that sequence, 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9, typed it in on the internet, and it led me to something known as the Vedic square.
What?
What the fuck's going on?
What is going on?
It's going to get crazier, man. The Vedic square is nothing more than a multiplication table where all of the double digits have been reduced to a single digit. But that sequence, 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9, is the number going across right here in the middle. It's also going the same way backwards. Dude. And then it's coming down from the top. and then going up from the bottom. And it forms this red cross symbol. Well, it's red because I made it red, but it's a cross symbol. But then you see a wall of 9 and a floor of 9. This led me to looking at the number 9 and learning about the power of the number 9.
Oh my God.
9 is the ruling number. It rules all other numbers. So if you created a pyramid with 9 at the top, 3 in the lower right-hand corner, and 6 in the lower left, and then just like a clock, you put the other numbers in between those. So it would go 9, 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, and back to 9 in a perfect triangle. Well, with 9 at the top, it just becomes 9. But 8 and 1 is 9.
Oh.
7 and 2 is 9. 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 is 18, and 1 and 8 equals 9.
Oh my God.
When you add all of these numbers up, you get the number 45, and 4 plus 5 is 9. When you add all of the numbers up, let's see, I can't remember if this is, I think this is all the numbers except for 3, 6, and 9. You get 27, which is 9. And then when you add, can't remember how I did this. Yeah, so if you add 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5, I think that's the 27, you get 9. And I can't remember where the 36 came in at. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank, but it will come out to 9 as well.
It's all there, dude. It's all there.
It's all there. So looking at the numbers, except for 3, 6, and 9, this led me to something known as vortex math.
Oh my God.
Vortex math is where you start with the number 1 and you multiply it. So 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 becomes 4. 4 and 4 becomes 8. 8 and 8 becomes 16, which reduces to 7. And then 16 and 16 is 32, which reduces to 5. And then 32 and 32 becomes 64. And that will reduce to 1 because 6 and 4 is 10. That reduces to 1. So there's another pattern here. It's 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5. And then it repeats 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Again, another repeating pattern. But look at the sequence in which the numbers are going. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5. Okay. When you draw a line in that sequence, from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 to 5, and 5 back to 1, you have the infinity symbol.
Oh my God, this is so insane.
It's going to get even more interesting. So I somehow began, I don't even know how I came across this, but I suddenly realized that any 4-digit number that you add to 369963 can come back to the number that you originally started with. So just either one of you give me a 4-digit number. Any 4-digit number, doesn't matter.
6969.
Oh, come on.
Well, let's do it. 6969.
This is a Christian show, bro.
So we're going to take 369963 plus 6969. Okay. Look at the last 4 numbers. It automatically starts with 69. It always starts with 37. You add 37 and 2 is 9, and 3 and 3 is 6. You're back to 6969.
Whoa.
Damn.
So let's just check this out. I'll just make something up. So 4, 5, 8, 7. Okay. 4, 5, 8, 7 plus 3, 6, 9, 9, 6, 3. We have 37 at the beginning. You'll always have 37 at the beginning. but 4 and 5 and 0 are the last 4 numbers. So add 7 to the end and add 3 to that 5, and you're back to 4, 5, 8, 7, the number I just added to it.
Oh my God, dude.
So when
Johnny.
doing that, I thought, well, what would happen if I put in our current year? So I added 2021. And that gave me 371984. Well, that stood out to me because of 1984,
Yep.
George Orwell's 1984.
Oh my God.
But get this, 1984 is 11 years after I was born, 1973. So I began to wonder, okay, well, what number do I actually have to put in to get the current year to show up? And that is
Drum roll, please.
2058. So we have 2020 or 2021 plus 37 would be 2058. But I began to wonder, am I being shown years? So I started looking and I asked myself, what's going on in our current year, 2021?
Crazy.
Well, we're in the middle of COVID.
Oh shit. We're about to get deep.
37 years before this, in 1984, we were in the middle of AIDS. 37 years before that, in 1947, was the Panic of 1947, which was the smallpox outbreak in New York. 37 years before that, in 1910, was the Manchurian Plague. 37 years before that, in 1873, was the epidemic of 1873, which was cholera. And 37 years before that, in 1836, we had a typhus outbreak in Philadelphia. Damn. So 2021, 37 years from 2021 will be 2058. And as you can see, I have a big giant question mark here. So it's hard to investigate a year that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
But I went to the internet and I just typed in 2058. And that led me to, let's see if I can find it here, an article written in the year 2000. And the article was called Apocalypse 2058.
Oh my God.
There is a French geophysicist named Didier Sornay who has predicted that in the year 2058, something is going to happen and that it is being predicted with the Dow Jones Index. For whatever reason, in this year, it spikes so far up that it practically goes off the chart. He's referring to it as a singularity. He also predicts in 2058 that there's going to be a huge population explosion. So I was like, that's interesting. So I started looking at the numbers. What do these numbers mean? Why am I being shown these numbers? So I go to Google and I type in how many billion people live on the earth. And the response that came back from Google was 7.8 billion people. And it says, with the world population at 7.8 billion people as of March 2020 and typical projections of population growth, Earth will be in a state of human overpopulation by 2050 or sooner. Well, 2050 is only 8 years difference. I started digging into the gematria part of this. And we'll go back to 333 and 1111 and 369, 963 here in just a moment. But in gematria, the phrase Earth can't sustain 7 billion people gives you the value 2058.
Oh my God.
Many deadly diseases of the apocalypse gives you the value of 2058. Revelations become evident, and a breakaway society will also give you the same value. So what are the chances that I would come across this year, 2058, come across this article called Apocalypse 2058, and then type into Google and get this response back that the earth can't sustain 7 billion people, and get the phrase that earth can't sustain 7 billion people having the same value as that year.
So 2058 is when the shit hits the fan.
I believe that we are in the middle of a reset in the Matrix. I believe that we are, and this is going to start showing you exactly what I'm talking about here in just a moment. But yeah, we're in the middle of a reset, and I believe it's going to happen in 2058.
Okay. All right. What does this mean? What does this all mean?
Let's go back to looking at the number 333 and the phrases that will generate this number in Gematria. Now, this is using the Jewish cipher of Gematria. I don't know why it works with that cipher, but it does. We get the phrases, the tool. Well, that's kind of what Gematria is. It's a tool. We also get magic secret, speaking in code, which is what this is. This is a code. Hidden intelligence, a code to find God, angelic host, looped time, earth ends, and message of end. Now, looped time, if you go back to the infinity symbol, that's what this is. It's indicating a loop.
Yes.
A repeating cycle over and over and over. Now, let's look at, actually, before we go to 1111, I want to show you something really quickly. Back to the numbers 371074 and 741037. As I had demonstrated earlier, the first number starts with 37, the second number ends in 37. So the beginning is the end, and the end is the beginning. Okay? The gematria of 1111 gives us the quantum number, the architect of the matrix, great ability to cipher code, hidden knowledge, most possessed number, just a dream, be aware of God, twin flame, and all this will make sense here in just a moment. Who is Bob? This is important. The interconnectedness of gematria, Jesus' blood, and I just said this, the beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. Gematria is anagram equals great I am. Represent the chosen mathematician. Let us create man in our image, only the truth, in open singularity. Remember, I just talked about Didier Sornay talking about 2058 and a singularity going to take place.
What do you think that means?
Hey, hang on. So let's move to 369963. Now this number together it's too large. It doesn't produce anything that I could find through gematria. But when you split the number, starting with 369, we get humans, the math of God. That's what this is. This is math. The base code of life, earth end near.
What?
Children of light, desolation, the end of the Bible, and change the paradigm. 963 gives us the event, 2058, the event that's going to take place. End of days prophet, only the chosen can see. Created by prophet, the truth codex, Almighty God's code reader. Let us make man in our image, and the blazing star. Now, the other one, this is let us make man in our image, and the other one was let us create man in our image.
Oh my God.
Now, that question, who is Bob? Back in June, when all of this started, I got a random email to my work email address. And I believe it came to my work email address to ensure that I would see this email, because if it came to my normal email address, I might have missed over it because I get so much junk mail that, I don't read every single thing that comes through. This email was from Bob. And all it said in the subject line and in the body of the email was a note from the universe. That was it.
Oh my, what?
Now, jumping back to Nikola Tesla, stating if you only understood the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would have a key to the universe. So that word keeps popping up. So I didn't reply because it was my work email. I was afraid it was some kind of, some sort of hacking email or something. I didn't want them to be able to, hack into my email or whatever if I responded. But I looked at the date and the time that it was sent. June 25th, 2021 at 10:26. When you add all of those numbers up, you get 27. And 2 and 7 is 9. So we're back to the ruling number of 9. But finally, in October, with the help of a coworker who was prodding me to do this, she's like, I feel like you need to respond to this email.
Oh, no.
And again, I wasn't going to, but she kept saying, do it, do it, do it, do it. And she was like sharing my screen. We were on the phone and she would just kept pushing me to do it. So I just replied. I said, what is the message? I have yet to get a response, but here's the odd thing. The email from Bob came on June 25th. I replied October 25th.
Whoa.
When you look at all the numbers, when I replied October 25th, 2021 at 12:29 p.m., that also equals 27, which reduces to 9. Now, again, I wasn't going to do this, but my coworker was just kept pushing me to do it. So what are the chances that those dates and time would equal the same number and reduce to the same number?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We live in a matrix, man. Binary code, dog.
Oh, it's going to get crazy.
What? It's gonna. We're already there.
Dude, I don't know how this isn't like part of like high school math. This would have blown my mind in high school. Like, would have what?
Would have paid attention.
Yeah, I would have paid a little bit of attention. And like, how do these numbers just all become one number?
Because they don't want you to know the keys to the universe, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, they don't want you to know. But as I started looking at these numbers, I felt like I was starting to see symbols or hieroglyphics taking place. So just going by 333 and 1111, I recognized 333 as being a short line, 1111 being a slightly longer line, and 369, 963 being a step up pattern. So it would step up to 9, it would plateau, and then it would step back down. Well, that produces this symbol, which it matches up perfectly with the pyramid of the sun. The length of the pyramid of the sun is 720 feet. Well, 7 and 2 is 9. The width of the pyramid is 740 feet, and 7 and 4 is 11. So again, we're chasing the 9 and 11 numbers. The 371074 and 741037. Well, if you were to add the 10, which is in the middle on the sides, you would get this symbol, which matches up perfectly with the Aztec sunstone. So if I move this over, you can see where the points are, and they're perfectly lined up.
This is deep, bro. Damn.
The actual, what I'm calling the key of taking the last 4 numbers and then adding the remaining. So I kept doing this with my finger when I was like showing my coworker and talking to my brother about it. I kept drawing a line and then swooping over. And so it gave this symbol that seems to represent the setting sun. So now we're at 3 symbols for the sun already. But if you go back to the sequence that I was showing you at the very beginning, where the end numbers are in a pattern of 369, 258, 1470, it should sound familiar to you, because if you look at a calculator, look at the sequence: 369, 258, 147, and then 0. That led me to what looks like 3 arrows pointing up. Well, pointing up at what? The sun. And then, of course, from the Vedic square, we got the cross symbol, which is also an ancient symbol for the sun. So we have 5 distinct symbols for the sun.
Dude.
Now, this is where it's going to start getting... I keep saying that. I mean, it's already bizarre.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's great.
Let's see here if I can find my sheet. Okay. Now remember, 5 distinct symbols for the sun. In 1982, we had a summer solstice solar eclipse. We had not had one before that, except back in 1870 something. Okay. Now it's important that I state it's a solstice solar eclipse. It took place on June 21st, 1982. 19 years after that, in 2001, we had another one. In 2020, on June 21st, we had another one. In 2039, we will have another one. And then in 2058, we'll have one. And then we won't have another one for nearly 200 years.
What?
So the question is, why from 1982 to 2058 are we suddenly having them in 19-year cycles? So from 82 to 2001 is the first 19-year cycle. 2001 to 2020 is the second. 2020 to 2039 is the third. And then from 2039 to 2058 is the fourth. So 19. Reduce that down. 9 and 1 is 10. Well, 10 reduces to 1. You have 4 numbers. You're back to 1111.
Oh, my God.
When you look at the dates, when you add all the numbers in the complete date, this one right here will total 29, which is 11. And then 11 further reduces to the number 2. The second date will reduce to the number 12, which becomes 3. And then so on. The next date is 13. Then after that, it's 23 and then 24. When you reduce them down, it follows a pattern 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. When you add just the numbers in just the year alone, so 1982, 2001, 2020, and so on, it follows the same pattern when the numbers are reduced, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In Gematria, when you put in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, it produced only one result, and it was all of these numbers spelled out. And I just thought, well, why? Like, what does that mean? And again, I don't know where this thought came to me to even try this, but I took all of these numbers. So we have 13, 21, 12, 20, 9, 16, 12, 5, 9, 14, 6, 9, 14, 9, 20, 5, 23, 1, 22, 5, and so on. I'm not going to read them all off, but there's a lot. But I compared those numbers to our alphabet. And when I did, it produced the message, multiple infinite waves of love.
Oh, come on, man.
Now, when you take all of those numbers and you add them together, it gives you the number 339, which gives you the phrase in Gematria, end of times.
So the end is near.
I feel like this is pointing towards us living in a simulation. It's going to reset. I don't think when it says end of times that it's the end, because remember, the end is the beginning. So we're going to enter, we've already entered the reset. We're in the middle of it right now. I think it's going to come to a head in 2058. And
that's based off 369963.
Well, that's based off of all of this. All these numbers, all the gematria, the phrases that are coming up, where it keeps leading.
Dude,
there's other bizarre connections. So starting with the first number, the 371074, I wanted to see what would happen if I created a Vedic square from that number. So we had 37, and then it ends in 74. So that's what I did. I just started 37, going 38, 39, 40, and so on, all the way over to 74. It's interesting that 55 falls into place where the 10 in that number is. So 371074. And then I did that going across. And then on the bottom, I did it going backwards. And then on each side, I did it going down on the left and coming up on the right. What this did was it created a 4x4 Vedic square. Huge Vedic square. But each one of these numbers, so starting at the top, 37, when you add it to the bottom number, 74, you get the number 111. Every number does it straight across. Now, the geophysicist, this is where the connections are going to start coming into place here. His first name was Didier. When you put that into gematria, it gives you the value of 111. Now, just an interesting connection, Didier Sornay, his entire name gives you the value of 581, and so does Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is where I live. So that's another odd connection taking place. Now, one of the things that I started doing, I started wondering what would happen if I split those numbers that were generated by adding 369963. I started with the first 11 numbers. So I split it at 37 and then 1074. I couldn't find anything in gematria that would equal 37. But 37 seems to be a reference back to Jesus. But 1074 gave us the phrase, behold, Jesus. And then it also gave 4x4. Just like this Vedic square is a 4x4. We also get simulated reality, the name that equals Christ. Look up, it is God the Most High, referring back to those three symbols of looking up. A son declared by the math of God. Signs, the matrix is real, and reality is a hoax. This is there's a whole bunch of phrases here. It would take forever to go through all of these.
Oh my God, dude. This is so elaborate and deep, and man, how long did it take you to do all this?
I've been doing this since June.
Wow.
Yeah. So check this out. So the next number was 741037. Split that. So we had 74 on one side and 1037 on the other. 74 gave me the phrase add each cell. Now I wondered, did that mean add each cell or combine the cells? So I wondered, did it mean combine 37 and 74 to get the number 3774? Well, I looked that up and it gave us the phrase, your name has to be Jesus Christ to be Jesus Christ. And then it also gave the phrase translating and transmitting messages directly from the entity to the querent. Okay. Well, I'm the querent. I'm the one asking questions. What does this all mean? So it seems to make sense. It's translating and transmitting messages. But I wondered the other direction. What would happen if I added each cell? So going 37 plus 74 plus 111, 148, and so on. With just the first 11 numbers, it gave the number 2442, which in gematria gives us the phrase true intelligence comes from logic and how it's applied. And then the second column with the end numbers gave us 9779, which in gematria gives us the phrase from my mind, by that which comes from inspiration, I create reality. And so reality is as real as these words that I type for you to read. By the life force, I am God, the creator of all things. So, looking at these two numbers, and again, this has taught me to look at numbers in a very, very different way.
It's crazy. It's like insane. This is insane.
So I started wondering what would happen if I added these two numbers together. So 2442 plus 9779 gives us this number 12221. Well, lo and behold, this year, December 2nd, I discovered an error in the math. And it led me down. Before I discovered the error, there was actually a phrase right here. I highlighted in yellow that says decode the binary code. Well, I realized there were numbers that look just like binary code. So like this number here, 1111 and then 000. And then you come down to this number. We have 111 and then we have 4 zeros and then another 1. And they're strung all throughout this entire equation.
Shit. Those numbers.
Oh yeah. And that's just the first column. Like I said, I took it all the way over to, and it's going to give me the spinning ball over to 100 billion.
And that's like the U.S. debt right there.
The U.S. wishes it was only down to 100
right.
billion.
So this is what's interesting. So putting those binary numbers into a binary to text converter, it gave me this code. XPK / colon, and then WHCMQG, and then @ I thought, what the hell is this? It looked to me like a directory and a file name. So I copied this to the internet and nothing came up. I got rid of the directory and just typed in the WHCMQG @ symbol. And it brought up this, what you're looking at right here. It's the Security Exchange Commission's website for a company called Credit Suisse Bank.
Whoa.
In Zurich. Look at the Security Exchange Commission's file number starts with 333, and their phone number is 333-1111. Now, what are the chances of that? Those are the two sets of numbers that started all of this.
What does this mean?
But check this out. So Credit Suisse Bank in Zurich. This is so crazy. Didier Sornay was a board member of a subdivision of this bank.
What?
He's no longer, but he was a board member. So again, what are the chances that I would come across an article written about him in which he predicts something's going to happen in 2058. And then I look at this binary code. I'm led to this website, Security Exchange Commissions, this company whose phone number is 333-1111. And again, connecting back to Didier Sornay. Now, I went to this address, I don't know how you pronounce this. It looks like parade plots.
Parade plot play? Parade play?
Yeah.
Parade play.
So I went to Google Earth, typed in that address. The very first picture I clicked on was this one. A little creepy. But look at the guy's bag. It's the cross symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I got from the Vedic square. Right here.
Yeah.
Also the train number was 2111.
Swiss flag, you're right.
Yeah, it's the Swiss flag.
He looks pretty homeless.
Yeah, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
Guys, stay on track.
Now, but keep in mind, there was an error. Okay. So the error was in, if I can find it here, in this number right here. When I first started doing this, what I was doing is I was taking 333 times 1111. I got 369,963, added 1111, got the new number. And then I moved that number over and then added 369,963, got the new number and then moved it over. I was doing it by hand until I learned that I didn't have to do that. I could have the program actually do it for me. But on this number right here, it's 32187892. When I typed it over into this column, I fat fingered the 8 and I accidentally typed 9. Okay. But it didn't change anything in the sequence. The numbers still went up and down by 37. They still ended in 369,963. But the only thing it changed was it added an additional 1 to the end. So when you would take the last 4 and add the remaining numbers, you would come back to 5 ones instead of 4 ones. Well, in gematria, the 5 ones gives us the phrase, we are in an artificial matrix. We are slaves. We are being punished. We are being further tested and tried. Like silver, 7 times in the fire, the few and refined shall rise.
Oh my God.
So again, pointing back to an artificial reality. But again, keep in mind, it was an error. When I corrected the error, this changed. So it no longer ends in 5 ones. All the numbers will now end in 1111. And the binary code changed. So those numbers that led me to the Credit Suisse Bank are no longer valid. But how can an error still lead me in this direction, finding these numbers and tying it into a guy who came up in an article about 2058? I can't explain it. It seems like it's beyond coincidence.
Right.
But it feels like it was almost meant to happen. And I'm not saying that to force this to fit the scenario of what I'm saying. I'm just saying that because literally on December 2nd of this year, which is the number that came up when I added those 2 numbers together, I was sitting here working and a thought, again, I call it a thought, popped into my head. And that thought was, check your numbers. And my heart sank into my feet because I thought, crap, what does this mean? So I went through, started checking the numbers, and that's where I came across the error. And I was like, oh my God, this means all of this could just be debunked like straight away. But like I said, the only things that changed were numbers don't come back to 5 ones. They all come back to 1111. And the binary code changed. That's it. Everything else remains the same. But in doing this, I came across.
Oh no, what?
So if you notice right up here, I have the same number, the 12 to 21, because that was the date that I started figuring all of this stuff out. So, and I've come across a website called the 37 Jesus Code, and this strangely ties in to this hidden code that has been discovered within the Bible using gematria. But Genesis 1 gives us it's in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Well, in gematria, it gives us the value of 1894. 1 plus 8 plus 9 plus 4 equals 22. Well, 22 is what you would get when you add 1111 together. But the number 1894 also gives us the phrase number 37. Now remember, each number was going up and down by 37. It also gives us the phrase the mathematical universe of creation. So there's all this hidden code taking place within this. Now, what's interesting about the number 37 is it is the 12th prime number, and its mirror opposite, 73, is the 21st prime number. And in Hebrew, using the Hebrew Bible, which I don't speak, read, I don't know anything about Hebrew, but using that website, the 37 Jesus Code website as a reference, he's talking about how in Hebrew, Genesis 1 gives you the value of 2701. Well, when you add 2701 plus its mirror opposite, which would be 1072, you get 3773. Now, let's see, 1894 plus its mirror opposite, 481. Yeah, would only give us 6875. But the interesting part of this is that the 1894 reduces to 22. The name Jesus in gematria gives us the value of 985. Well, 9 plus 8 plus 5 equals 22. So there's another connection. Christ, which many people think that Christ was Jesus's last name, and it's not. Christ is it's a title. It means anointed or the anointed one. So it gives the value of 290, which when reduced becomes 11. So again, we're chasing the 11 number. Now, Jesus Christ, when you put those numbers together, 985 plus 290 gives you 1275. And in gematria, it gives you the phrase, and remember back to the summer solstice solar eclipses I was talking about, it gives us the phrase, I am summer solstice solar eclipse.
Jeez.
And it also gives us the phrase, his true coded scriptures. Again, indicating that there is a hidden code within the Bible and that these numbers are tying into it in some strange, bizarre way.
And they talk about a lot of Jesus' stories based on the solstice, right?
Correct.
The rising and lowering, the highest level, highest point in the sky, stuff like that. Am I right?
Well, there's many references to the Son of God and the sun that we see in the sky as being one and the same.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're getting I am summer solstice solar eclipse from the name Jesus Christ, getting 5 distinct dates for a summer solstice solar eclipse. The connections are beyond coincidence.
Do you think that Leet knows about this? Like to the dot where it's in like they know what's going on to the dot? Because you kind of know, you kind of put us into like 2058 and you kind of barely touch the surface. Like you noticed off of like waking up at 11:11.
Right. I think they are aware of it. I don't think it's a coincidence that we have another Matrix film coming out this year. In fact, this month on December 22nd. Now, it's interesting to me that they would choose to release the movie on 12/22/21, a palindrome, a number that's the same forwards and backwards.
Mm-hmm. Do you know any numbers that will tell us whether it's good or not?
I don't.
Do you know any numbers that'll tell us which cryptocurrencies to get on top of? That's what we need.
I mean, they say that, you know.
Hey, yeah, I've heard people that be into gematria and to crypto trying to figure it out like that. I don't know if they're successful. Yo, get them on Cash Daddies.
It's crazy, dude.
You've looked into someone that...
I've had people tell me they use it, yes. I haven't brought them on because I felt like that was a tinfoil hat show more than a Cash Daddy show. But I'm open-minded. Damn,
well, what I'm currently doing right now is I'm looking at other... the other ciphers of gematria, because there's the Hebrew side of it, which, you know, I feel like I need to start exploring that more, and that these numbers may start showing a much, much deeper connection. So that's going to take some time because obviously I don't speak or read Hebrew. But using that website, the 37 Jesus Code, I mean, that guy has literally laid everything out crystal clear. And I'm just starting to find these connections like I'm showing you right here.
This stuff is amazing. Do you ever wonder if you go too deep, can you come back? If everything is binary and everything is numbers, is it easy to live amongst the stupid like us?
Well, it's weird because ever since this has started happening, I mean, like I said, I just see numbers in an entirely different way. Just like anytime I look at a number, I'm calculating what that number is. You know, if I see a sequence or a combination of numbers, I'm trying to find a connection between them, just to see if there is a connection. Now, remember back to the very beginning when I said all of this started after, with the 1111, it started after I changed my name. Okay. I want to show you something here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this freaked me out.
Okay, this freaked you out?
Yeah.
Well, yes, because my name is in this. I'm going to type this in, and either one of you, it can be either one of you, I want you to read it off to the audience, and then I want you to tell them what the value is that shows up right here.
All right, Johnny, you read.
Yeah, he's a good reader.
You're the best reader.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You want me to read what you're about to type, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Gerrick King, December.
Decodes. Gerrick King decodes the God Matrix.
Oh.
It's 1 1 1 1 11 11.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you mentioned it. You think like you're a glitch in the Matrix that you found this out, or you like Neo, the one? Like, why you, or why would you say it was you?
Well, that was exactly my question, because I kept saying that to my brother. Why me? Why is this information coming to me? I don't know. I kept asking him that over and over, and just, you know, not like he would know the answer, but just because I couldn't explain, like, why is this information coming to me? You know, of all people, I'm not a mathematician. You know, numbers, like in school when I was a kid, I would have rather have taken a hammer and pounded every single one of my fingers, then get up in front of the class and have to do a math equation in front of class.
I'm with you.
So it made no sense that this information was coming to me. Now, here's another one.
What does that say above that in purple there? I can't quite make it out because on my screen. No, above 300, where it says 300 right now. What is
Jewish?
That?
Right there?
Hebrew.
Jewish. It says Jewish.
Jewish.
Yep.
Shout out to the Hebrews.
Oh my God. Here we go again.
And God,
Dude.
Gerrick King is the chosen mathematician. And again, under the Jewish category, it's 1111.
Yeah.
Unreal.
So I'm just like, what? I mean, when I literally stumbled across this, I still don't even know what to think of it. I don't think I'm anyone important. I don't think I'm anyone special. I'm no different than anybody else. But again, this only happened. I only started seeing 1111 after I legally changed my name after I got married. With this phrase still there, if I had typed in my name before, it would have given us 1340 as the value.
Dude,
it's almost like you change your name as part of a program.
It's almost as if it was predestined to happen. I was meant to change my name to Garrick King.
Dude, I believe all that, dude. We're all programs.
There's no more thing than a soulmate right there. That's your soulmate.
Yeah, I mean, like that's...
Well, check this out. So my name, Gerrick King, just my name only. So let's get rid of all this other stuff here. Gives us the value of 256. Okay. Now this is going to show you the interconnectedness of gematria. It's all about finding the connections. So 256 will also give us the phrase the rock. Well, why is that important? Well, at my previous job that I worked at before the one I'm working at now, my coworkers always referred to me as G-Rock. So there's a connection, the rock, G-Rock. Now, as you can see, I have the name Keanu here. Why is Keanu a connection to me? Well, Keanu was also born on September 2nd, the same day I was.
Damn.
UFO will also give us the value of 256. I have had numerous UFO experiences. A ghost also gives us the value of 256. I have had numerous spirit connections. I do spirit photography. So again, you can see the connections. And then also in Tesla, for Nikola Tesla, will give us the value of 256.
Oh my God.
So it's all about finding these numbers that match, that line up, that start forming this bigger picture. Now, I like to tell people when it comes to gematria, you have to look at it like a puzzle. Let's say that you have 4 different puzzles, okay? So one has like 1,000 pieces, one has, 500, and one is like a children's puzzle, only has like 10 pieces to it. The one thing that they have in common is they're all puzzles. But all the pieces aren't going to fit together exactly the same. Only certain ones are going to fit together to form the bigger picture. So it's all about finding these phrases, these connections. When we get phrases like speaking in code, and that's exactly what this is. It seems to be a hidden code. We're talking about looped time and the end of the earth. I mean, we're in the middle of what I believe is a reset. And we've had resets on this planet in the past. I mean, to name the biggest, look at Noah's flood.
Yeah, floods.
Yes.
So
Noah's flood was a reset.
Is have a submarine. Yeah. Get ready.
By then, we should have enough crypto by then to buy a submarine.
Buy a submarine. It's crazy, dude. Damn.
But it does make me wonder if they're not aware of this information. And the reason I say that is because one of the phrases that came up, let's go back here, is the Mandela effect of the creator.
Ooh.
Now, if this is a matrix, if this is a simulation, now I've heard all kinds of people talking about the Mandela effect and, talking like, is it possible that, someone went back in time and they changed something or whatever? Well, what if it has nothing to do with going back in time? What if they simply know how to just change the code? And these changes would take place right in front of our very eyes and certain changes are taking place. Like one of them from the Bible itself is, this may not be 100% accurate the way that I'm saying it, but the lion will lay down with the lamb or something like that. And it's no longer lion, it's wolf. So if you go and check your Bible, it will say wolf. It will no longer say lion, although there are paintings all over the internet, all over in Bibles of a lion and a lamb. It even comes up in TV shows. They will say that exact same phrase. The lion will lay down with the lamb. But it's not lion, it's wolf.
Dude, this is that's incredible, because what if they are changing the code and therefore our memories and what was in the past is now completely different?
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
What's the one that Snow White says?
What?
There's a Snow White saying that they say it's not the same anymore, that the Mandela...
Oh, it's mirror, mirror on the wall, yeah.
She's not supposed to say that no more. If you watch it, it doesn't say mirror, mirror on the wall.
It's who's the fairest of them. It's something slightly different.
Yeah. She says magic mirror.
Yeah, magic mirror.
Yeah, and I don't remember hearing that at all. No one does, and it's that Mandela effect.
Someone's changing the code, bro.
See, I'm less impressed by the ones that I first encountered as a kid, because I don't think my memory reliable as a kid. But the Bible thing, that to me is really impressive. I find that significant.
Damn, dude. So the end of the world is 2058. We all just gotta get ready to lock and load. I'll be old, so I'll be like, take me, Jesus. I'll be good.
I'll be 85, I think.
Yeah, call it a day. Wrap it up. Call it a day. I'm good to go, bro.
Yeah, look at you guys. Yeah, how about you guys think about us?
Yeah, think about you youngins.
Yeah, me and Johnny over here still got still trying to sling dick over here.
Trying to freaking survive, bro. I'm old. Save yourselves. I'm gonna go to sleep. No, I think about my kids. I'm like, oh man, I gotta teach them karate and how to shoot a gun, drive.
You'd be that person in the Titanic. We were just like, I'm just gonna go take a nap.
I'm like, save your guys.
Like, you guys take the boat.
Is the buffet still open?
You'd be in like this really dramatic scene where you just kind of, the wave is coming in and you just go and sit down in front of a tree.
Oh, like that one movie where Nicolas Cage's family are just staring at the tidal wave coming.
Yeah, or like the end of that one Star Wars movie, where they just sit down on the beach and the nuclear blast.
Sam would be doing his last podcast. Yo, this is it, guys.
I'm like, Johnny, I need this before the end of the apocalypse.
Dude, 5G will have taken over by then. You can upload that shit instantly.
Just in my head. I upload it. I hope people get it while they go out.
You're doing it live from your brain. You don't even have to
so
speak.
Funny. Like, dude, it's
the problem though, live from your brain, is that just a little bit of like dirty things keep sneaking in there.
Like, the channel would just keep changing. It'd be like it was like you're driving through the desert.
Like, why do we keep hearing a woman call this man the N-word in his own brain? That's really strange.
Just rude. Gerrick King deserves better than that, Johnny. Man, Garrick, you came, you saw, you dropped some hammer on us, dude. I found this to be an extraordinary episode. So interesting. And, I've always said I thought that gematria is like is proof of there is some sort of math code to our existence. I've always thought that. And you went deep, dude. That deep. You gotta take a vacation, bro. Just hang out, drink some pina coladas, hang out with your pugs, bro, and just I think you cracked this thing I think it's crazy.
No,
Dude.
I don't even think on vacation he chills. He's looking at 11s everywhere.
Oh, dude, you must just
33s.
stare at menus and you just be like, "What are these numbers, man?" Just you're at food. You're at like
He orders off the numbers.
cheesecake. He's at the Cheesecake Factory and just see numbers, like that Zach Galifianakis meme where like numbers are all around him. Yeah, that's got to be crazy. Like, cause like for like a conspiracy theorist, right? If I watch television, I'm always like, oh, there's a black cube of Saturn up there. So like, I couldn't imagine what you must be going through right now, cause numbers are everywhere and they seem random until they don't seem random.
Right. Well, and people, I mean, I've heard people say things like, you know, and I've had people say that to me, like in the very beginning, you're just piecing things together in order to find a connection. And it's like, I'm not piecing them together. They are just coming out this way. It has nothing to do with me choosing these numbers. These numbers were already there.
Well,
now
that's what happens when people get afraid of something being deeper and they just don't want to spend time putting in the work that you've done. It happens all the time with conspiracies. You know, it's like that meme, and you hear it all the time. People would rather hear comforting truths and unsettling. Unsettling. What's it like? Comforting lies instead of unsettling truths. That's what they would really like to hear. And what you talk about can scare a lot of people.
Well, that's what I think that movie, The Number 23, was. It was to anybody trying to connect the dots. Be like, look, you just look crazy like that person.
Yeah, I totally agree.
That's what I think it was. Like to him, they'd be like, "Oh, you've ever seen this movie?" And him's like, "Yeah, but that's not what's going on." But like, you haven't seen this movie.
That's like the birds are real guys that go around telling everybody birds aren't real. I'm like, I get the joke; it's super funny, but you know, people are starting to take you guys serious. And you're just there to make us look like retards. Mm-hmm. And that's my opinion. Gerrick King, thanks for coming on, dude. Every time you come on, man, we get a little deeper. We learn a lot, man.
A little.
Well, you know, since this actually started, I had two. I'll tell you this very quickly. I had two brief experiences which I feel like were glitches in the Matrix itself. The first one, really quickly, just a couple of weeks ago, I was going into the grocery store, came out, and as I was coming out, I literally had a jolt like go through my body, like my whole body just jerked. And as soon as that happened, I instantly forgot where in the hell I parked. And when I looked up, I realized that everybody in the parking lot was looking around with the same expression on their face that I had on mine.
Whoa.
Like, what the hell just happened? Like, where am I? How did I get here? I mean, a lady was literally putting groceries in her car and she stopped and she just looked up like she didn't know how in the hell she got to where she was.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's like that NPC saying where they say, have you ever seen your neighbor put in the groceries? And you're like, nope, then how does that happen? What is that? It's just like an NPC thing. Like people just live and you live and you don't know when things happen. Like your teacher, remember you used to think your teacher used to just not have a life?
Yeah.
Right.
They just went. It is interesting. Then you start to see something and you see it all everywhere. It's what I've said, man. It's like you can't see stuff until you unlock it. You have to unlock that level.
It's also that thing you buy like a white Mitsubishi.
Everyone
and
has
all you see now are, white Mitsubishis.
But I think that is unlocking a level of the white Mitsubishi level. Maybe not the most difficult level to unlock, but it is a level to unlock.
Awareness, yeah.
And I have always thought that gematria was a very, very powerful tool that not everybody can handle.
Right.
Because people could lose their mind doing all this. If they don't focus and they don't have a real grasp of what they're actually doing.
I've actually had someone say that exact same thing to me. Like, you're going to lose your mind going through all these numbers and stuff.
Yeah, man, you can. But I think you've got the mental fortitude to deal with it, man. One more time, Garrick, please tell them where they can find you. And thank you for telling us. I will now prepare for 2058.
Oh, it's coming.
I'm stretching. I'm getting ready.
I've actually started a YouTube channel, basically just going over all of this and creating videos as new stuff comes to me. And so on YouTube, it's the 1111 Matrix Code. I think there's 5 videos up right now, which I basically just walk through even more in depth. Because again, I haven't shown you everything and all the connections because I mean, there's just so much. It literally takes some time to to walk through it all. So there's literally, I think 5 videos and some of them are close to 2 hours long. So it's a lot of information to go over.
Well, I'm excited for it. I'll make sure I get the link. You have our email. Send me, I'll tell you the email when we after the end of the show. Make sure you send me the link so I can add it to the description of the show.
Sure, absolutely.
All right, brother. I hope you have a great holiday season coming up. I hope you end the year on a super high note. Sounds like everything's going great. Say hi to your pugs for me, and I look forward to the next time we chop it up there. Garrick, I appreciate you, man. Gerrick King, everybody. Thank you, brother, for coming on.
Thank you. I absolutely enjoyed it.
Couple episodes left. I hope to see you in the new year. I hope to see you in San Luis Obispo, Buffalo, and of course in Long Beach for the next Tinfoil Hat Comedy Night. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We love you very much. I hope you got a lot out of the show.
We go deep, homeboy. Aaron, open your mind. Drink from the fountain of knowledge. There's lizard people everywhere. That's some interdimensional shit. Wake up, Aaron.
This is only the beginning.
Dude, you just blew my mind.
Tinfoil hat.